Hello and welcome to Mangatora 96, and today we're going to talk about Classroom of the Elite. Today we continue with exploring the relationship between Kei and Kiyotaka. But before we start, here's a spoiler warning, as I'll be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you're going to read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with the relationship between Kiyotaka and Kei. In volume 11.5, Kei sees Kiyotaka and Hiyori Shina going on a date and becomes jealous. She's also jealous that Kiyotaka has the same hobby as Hiyori. She would always glare at him whenever they crossed paths, but deep down he was happy as he wanted her to feel jealous for his sake. In the epilogue of the same volume, during the spring break before becoming second years, Kiyotaka declares his love for her, to which she accepts, and they officially became a couple. They decide to keep their relationship a secret. At this moment, the couple both knew that they have grown closer to one another more than anyone else throughout this year and silently prayed that this would continue. In second year, volume 1, Kei called Kiyotaka to share the pieces of information he asked her to research. She rarely asked if it was useful and told him to thank her properly later. He went along with the banter and asked if she's been diligent in her studies, to which she said she's been putting it off until later. She then said that she will work hard in front of her boyfriend, so Kiyotaka invited Kei to his room to study together, to which he enthusiastically agreed. She teases him and asked if he was concerned for her, to which he immediately answered as he wouldn't want his girlfriend to be expelled. They then talked about other topics, as Kei ruthlessly chewed out Kiyotaka for trying to end the call earlier with her when they hadn't talked for a while. When she arrived, she wanted to converse with him first before studying, but was refused since it was getting late. He then made Kei take the test exam Keisei made to gauge her capabilities. He collected that she got a good hand on her shoulders, but just needed to be consistent to catch up on the work she missed during her blank period. Afterwards, Kei asked Kiyotaka why he was hiding his academic prowess and fighting skills, and knew that he was more capable than what he was displaying. She thinks that his reputation can easily eclipse that of Hirata if he chooses to do so, but his reasoning was that he didn't want to stand out. Thus, he was lax-sided with his grades. Kei then asked what he could get when he gets serious with his ultimate being, that if he told her, she would have to attend Hirata's study session. After knowing the dangers of explosion and being excited for his answer, she agreed. Kiyotaka told her that he will get 400 points instead of cult, which Kei said was equal to an academic ability A. She was aided by his answer, as she couldn't comprehend herself close to even achieving a score such as that. Additionally, Kiyotaka said that there hadn't been a problem that he couldn't solve ever since coming to the school. She then told Kiyotaka to sit beside her instead of the opposing side so she could learn better. The scent of Kiyotaka carried by a breeze, and he moved caused Kei to be joyful and distracted, but she immediately focused for the sake of their future together. Later that evening, Kei noticed a strand of red hair on the floor and inquired Kiyotaka on who it belongs to. At that moment, the doorbell rang and the figure of Amasawa was shown on the monitor, which made Kei furiously grip the strand of hair in her hand, as both are of the same color. Forgetting her secret relationship with Kiyotaka, she angrily answered the machine, which caused Kiyotaka to pull her away to calm her down. She then introduced herself to Amasawa, not hiding her disdain, and inquired her on her relationship with Kiyotaka. Amasawa told her that Kiyotaka was her personal child, which confused her. Amasawa then bent over to look for her lost hair rubber band under the bed. Amasawa then teased him, saying that he should stop looking at her butt, which made Kei glare at him in anger and switch positions. After the hairband was found, Amasawa jokingly said that she shouldn't be alone next time with Senpai and should invite Kei. After she left, the studier's mood vanished as Kiyotaka had to reveal the entire truth to Kei. She sarcastically remarked that he has made acquaintances with a rather cute kohai. Days later, Sato called Kei to hang out, which hadn't happened for a while. She violently confronted Kei and asked if she had broken up with Hirata so that she could date Kiyotaka. Normally, Kei would have denied it, but Sato said that they would stop being friends if she lied and already suspected the truth beforehand. Seeing no way out, she resolutely told her that she was indeed dating Kiyotaka, purposely addressing him by his first name. Sato then slapped Kei and asked when she first liked him. She replied that she didn't know the answer to that for sure, but replied saying that she had her eye on him for a long time, even before setting up the date between Sato and Kiyotaka. She offered her other cheek to make amends, but it was rejected. Kei then declared to herself that she won't make light of her position as Kiyotaka's girlfriend and knew that many more would be attracted to his charms. She was determined to fight and vowed to not lose to any one of them. In the second year, Volume 2, Kei was the one subtly defending Kiyotaka when their classmates were targeting him for hiding his academic abilities after he achieved full marks on a really difficult math test and accused him of cheating by diverting their attention elsewhere. It has become a customary routine for Kei to visit Kiyotaka's room to study and hang out at night. On one occasion, she was in the process of making hot drinks and told him that it has become harder to come out with her relationship due to his perfect score in math. She was worried and annoyed that the others may see her as only dating him for status instead of love, to which he reassured her that it's not wrong to date for status, like for a boy like himself to date such a cute girl. Hearing that, Kei blushed and said that he was very handsome as well. They shared a long conversation, but eventually ran out of things to talk about. Both of them were feeling the same emotion and their bodies began to approach one another. Moments before their lips came into contact, the door rang. It was Amasawa. It was revealed that she has been spying on Kei. Amasawa then handed them some contraceptive and dropped the news about Kiyotaka's 20 million bounty and her role in his injury. She left soon after, which forced him to explain to her the entire situation, although he did not want her to worry. After a while, in another study session, Kei shyly wanted to group up with Kiyotaka for protection in another upcoming class event, but he told her that he was going solo and did not want to put her into danger. She said that he can probably take first place with no problem and started fantasizing about his achievement and how she would faint from his awesomeness. However, Kiyotaka said that it will be difficult even for him to get first and said it will be a 50-50 shot. Seeing how she decided to pick another team as an added protection, he gave her all his private points and decided to sell his trial card so that Kei would have enough points to save herself from explosion if it ever came down to it. She then timidly but sincerely thanked him. In second year, Volume 3, they coincidentally met each other during the test, which caused Kei to let out an unintentional squeal, confusing her teammates. After leaving the main group for a while, Kei met Kiyotaka behind a tree and held hands together, both looking content. After telling her experience during the test, she suddenly looked him straight in the eyes and asked why he was sticking with her first year so closely to the point that everybody knew. She then said she trusted him completely, but the idea of him being alone with another girl she vehemently hates. Feeling heartened and not wanting her to be worried, Kiyotaka gave her his first kiss, which lasted for a second, and told her to have faith in him and wait just a little bit longer, to which she nodded her head robotically. For a while, Kei was in a daze and all she could think about was the kiss. In second year, Volume 4, they went on a unique trial date. Instead of actually being together, Kiyotaka was always a few stores behind Kei so others wouldn't question their close relationship. After chilling around the mall, Kei eventually entered a store where new phone straps arrived. She sent him a picture of the strap that caught her eye and intentionally wanted to jokingly ask Kiyotaka to buy the cute strap for her, but decided to go against it. Although Kei found the date as an enjoyable experience, she hoped that there will come a day where they can hang out openly. Later on, when she returned to her dorm to rest, suddenly a knock came at her door. After opening it, she found a bag with a catch strap in it. She remarked on how Kiyotaka was really simple when it comes to romance and decided to remove all her old straps to put on this new one on her phone. She spent the rest of the day glancing at her phone, satisfied and happy. In second year, Volume 4.5, Kei has become bolder in talking about her relationship with Kiyotaka. She confidently told Sato of her progress with Kiyotaka and even revealed the kiss in the exam when they were in a public area. Furthermore, she further elaborated that it was her first kiss. When Sato joked about stealing Kiyotaka if Kei decides to move on to a higher profile man like Nagumo, since that was in her nature, Kei gave her a disgruntled look, perfectly conveying across the message to Sato that she thinks Kiyotaka is the best, no matter what others may say. After she found out that Sato parted up with Kiyotaka for a game, she immediately wanted to call him as she feared what could have happened between them and was worried that she may have made a move on him. Moreover, she complained further on how he was still meeting with the first-year girl daily. She decides to forgive him on the condition that Kiyotaka says the words "I love you" to her. She chuckled after hearing him and asked him to repeat it. After getting her fill, she then asked him if he wanted her to say it as well, but Kiyotaka attempted to cut the conversation short while giving off a nonchalant attitude about it. She got angry at his apathetic attitude, but in the end she still said those 3 magical words to him, wishing him good night. Later on, Kei met up with Kiyotaka and the couple decides to finally reveal their relationship to the public the next day when the second semester begins. She is determined and resolved to do it and told Kiyotaka to protect her if or when her social standings takes a hit. She doesn't mind being gossiped or accused of for dating him for status and decides to take the next step with him. Kiyotaka suddenly kissed her twice on her lips, leaving her in a state of shock. She tells him to at least warn her first before doing it so she can mentally prepare herself. Although it seems like she was complaining, deep down she was elated and wanted more. Kiyotaka decides to take her advice and tell her that he was about to do it again. She closed her eyes and nodded as they engaged in their first deep kiss. They repeated this action again and again, each kiss lasting 10 seconds or more, but both seems to be really into it. She entrusted her body to him. They reflect on how their relationship would continue moving forward. Kiyotaka would view Kei to be someone irreplaceable and indispensable to him in the future, though he also feels that the relationship has a limited time frame, as they were inevitably going to meet the hardest hurdle, which was his father. Until that time comes, Kiyotaka hopes that she will grow and be able to handle herself without latching on to another host, as they repeatedly tasted each other's lips. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Kiyotaka's and Kei's relationship. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.